And we're live. Let's pump up the music a bit, because I don't play without it normally. Let's do 30. Let's get to it. We got a lot of MSQ to do today. A bit more of a focused day today. Let's see. Also, what are we thinking? How do we feel about this one? Hey, remove. Hey, rat. How are we feeling about this one? I think... I really think... So I was playing around with the skirt, and I'm thinking... I have a version where it's red, but the problem is... Like, I like this idea of it just being like one piece. But it doesn't... There's something about it. It's missing its flair. No dye? Yeah, that's the issue, right? Well, technically the skirt comes red. So the normal way that this looks... I did this twice because I really liked it. This is what it looks like normally, which I think looks better, honestly. But I like the idea of, like, this being one piece. It's an idea thing. I think I'm just in my own head. Yeah, the red just looks better overall, unfortunately. And the other thing is... The other thing is that I dislike is this top is not dual dyeable, where the shirt and the jacket are not dyeable differently. So if I want to change the color of the undershirt, it would also change the color of the top. It's a little bit of a mess, but I think it looks fine. Too many different colors on this one? Yeah, I could see that issue. I think they both look fine. I just wish it was a little more modular. Just a tiny bit more modular. Like, they're both fine, honestly. Either way, we got an MSQ to do. Fashion noise comes first, but, you know, MSQ has to happen eventually. Let's see, where are we? Sounding out the amphitheater. Yeah, as per usual. I don't think we're going to react to anything today. I was very busy these last few days. So, unfortunately, I haven't been able to do research on what we should be watching, but... Of course, I could just watch anything. I finished leveling my 2 healers. God bless. Wait. Are you back in it? Are you finally off your Call of Duty hiatus? No more trick. You've put up your trick shots for Esenas and whatever the revive one is called. Now I need to level the other 2. Nah, still haven't turned in the... What is it called? I'll be honest, I don't even know what the recent COD is off the top of my head. Ah, horse girl person. I see you. I'm just gonna dip right here. Ooh. Now we wait. There's no way Bergthus over here is gonna hit me, right? I'm just gonna walk right by him. Not in the presence of Alfino and Estinian. Ah, the guests of Ars Fortin, accompanied by the Azure Dragon, no less. I cannot imagine what brought you here out this far, but you're welcome to enter the tunnels if that is your will. I can't even look at him. What is this? Assuming the Akafa beacon still functions, we must pray to the 12. It does. We shall arrive at our destination in mere moments. You know, I was thinking, like, if I did like a review of A Realm Reborn and just general Final Fantasy in general, cutscene like visuals has a big needs improvement. Like, why can't I look at Alfino when he's talking? Like, what is this? Assuming Afa beacon still functions, yes, we arrive at the destination in mere moments. That and the sound thing. I will always harp on the sound thing, but I don't think that's ever going away, so. See, even Murney's gonna look over there, but I can't. Visual novel style conversation. I just want to see the guy I'm talking to. You know? I don't know. I don't know what you guys, I don't even know what like a good example would be. The only thing that comes to my mind is like Genshin Impact, where it's like when they do conversations, every time you click, pretty much like either a character does something, like they shift their pose from like here to like here, or like they do a sweeping wide or something. Like, I don't know. I feel like they could improve the visual styles, especially since you read so much in this game, right? Maybe it's my YouTuber brain, but like I know what you people do when I don't put a cut every like 10 seconds. I know what happens. I've looked at the graphs. Though I do not expect to be greeted by the primal Shiva, we should nevertheless be prepared for a frosty reception. The heretics are not like to rejoice at the appearance of uninvited guests, particularly ones of our history. 53. I don't know. The more I look at it, I kind of like the outfit. Not Alfino. I mean, I do like Alfino's new outfit too. On top of mine. An impressive structure. I wonder how many ages it has endured. Mayhaps you ask its occupants. They seem to be a friendly bunch. Dogs of Ishgard, is it not enough that you banish our beloved saint? Will you not be satisfied until the ice is slick with the last drops of our blood? Stay your weapons, we come under the flag of parley. We wish only to speak with your mistress, that we may broker a peace. Do you think us fools, boy? It will take more than honeyed words to earn our trust. You walk with a dragon slayer, and we know all too well what he is capable of. My reputation precedes me. Ah, they give us little choice. Come, brothers, may dragon wings bear us to victory! Alright, Estinian, you do your thing. Get him. This is a very... There we go. I mean, they were watching too, so... I keep forgetting to use my new abilities. I'm so Mage's Ballad and Army's Peon pilled that I forget that I have a new one.
Your god is down.
Why was that so loud? I think what this game actually needs to make the soundscape better is I think every single ability in the game needs to have a quip attached. You know? Like a really cheesy... That one's not getting up. That would make it a... What the? What'd you do? Look at this idiot trying to hit me. He doesn't understand how ranged DPS can kite. This is the new one. Where's my... Oh, never mind. I'm dumb. Eh. Uh-oh. Come along the merry-go-round. There he goes. See? Now he knows. He knows what I'm looking for. Ow.
Focus. Release.
See, even Alphino's getting in on the fun now. I think clearly what needs to happen is next time we do like a raid or something, we need everybody to come up with a clip that they have to say when they use one of their abilities. And I will check the tapes. You better not miss one. Good to go. They fight like demons. 'Tis death to remain. Fall back, brothers. Retreat to the cinders. I see no sign of Lady Iceheart, but that would be that we have questioned one of them. What would you ask that we do not already know? They make for the cinders, and so must we. Even should an ambush await us, it is certain there will be more heretics to question. Really, man? Bam. The cinders, you say? I confess the name is unknown to me. Mayhaps you would be so good to enlighten us, Estinian. I suspect it is the heretic's way of referring to the Dreamy Dragon, an island of sorts found in the midst of the frozen lake Ashpool. Some 500 years past, 'tis told that the Azure Dragon of the Age fought a dragon of titanic proportions. After a savage struggle, the mighty creature was weakened unto the point of death and forced into a magical slumber. A magicked slumber by an entire chapter of the Holy Sea sorcerers. Ere long, a rain of ash and cinders began to fall upon the sleeping serpent's motionless form, covering the creature at length in a shroud of gray. Of course, a thick layer of ice has since formed on top of it, but you may be sure I speak true. A fascinating tale. We should make haste to this ashen isle. What do you think about that one, Alphino? Only in a land where war has raged for thousands of years could ash fall to bury a dragon the size of an island. And wait, what were you doing to Tristan Chambel? You weren't going to help us clear the heretics? The Dreaming Dragon lies far to the west, but before we approach the frozen beast, however, there's another place I would first visit. I'm told the Convictors have set up camps in Twin Pools. Their leader, Gentilo, may have information for us to use. See, I'm learning the French names. Ah, but mayhap you are not familiar with that name either. The Convictors are dragon slayers, after a fashion, but I am willing to wager that they encounter their fair share of heretics. If they are indeed walking into a trap, I would learn all there is to know of our foe. A sound suggestion. Let us speak with these Convictors, and then temper our haste with a measure of caution. Bum, 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 bum. Where are we headed? Oh, that's not too far. I always find it funny when like games, like open world games, just kind of feel like they have to put people places. Like that was like my biggest critique when I played WoW. Like everyone is just like perfectly spaced out to keep you like engaged. Like, it's like, I don't know. It's like the zoning-based mob placement. It's always been strange to me. I don't even know if there was a time when, like, Final Fantasy XIV had, like, mob clear-based grinding. Like, I don't know if that was ever a thing. Obviously, nowadays, we have dungeons and roulettes and raids that you can do. I don't know if, like, competition was stiff back then. You know, you were fighting for the same 3 bear spawns. Let's see. The other thing, like, I've been doing my class quests off stream, but it's like, I don't really have a reason to do them, right? Because, especially when I'm so far ahead, like, I probably have another, like, 3 days worth of MSQing to get to the point where I can actually use the abilities. So it's like, it's cool that I have these abilities, but I'm not going to use them. I think the next one I get's like a 56er. And I'm at 53 on the MSQ, so I'm going to keep holding my power level behind. Hello, Janelo. Well, what do we have here? Hoping to join the esteemed ranks of the Convictors, are we? The hard-eyed lass looks promising, but you have a frail look about you, boy. I'll give you 3 days ere the wilds claim your corpse. I beg your pardon. Be not so quick to judge. I have seen this frail youth fell heretics with a flick of his wrist. That's just not true. He's not. Alfino, as much as I love you, you're not him. You know? You're not me. You're not Estinian. You're barely even a great strategist, but you know what? I'm here for you, bud. Hold on 1 second. What's going on? There we go. And who are you to question my... By the Fury! That armor, that lance, the Azure Dragoon himself graces our camp. Pray forgive my disrespect, for I am Janelo, leader of the Convictors and fellow slayers of dragons. The only point to job quests at this point is that you don't forget later on. Also, in case the job mentor is in the same area that you are for plot convenience, i.e. speed runs. Yeah, that I'm not part of the speed running Final Fantasy XIV community. As you can see, I'm still in Heavensward. I would be very far behind. May I ask what winds, fair or foul, carry you to our humble camp? Ah, Lady Iceheart, is it? I know her by reputation, but I'm afraid I've seen naught of her or her people. That said, my own men can be somewhat lax when it comes to making reports. You may wish to question them yourselves. Thank you, we shall. Which emote do you think they're going to ask me to use? Beckon or... Murni Estinian, let us make way through the camp and see what information is to be had. World record Heavensward speedrun is 10.5 hours? They're going to ask for /poke, surely? Well, we're about to find out. Surely one of these people will have encountered the heretics while out hunting. Pray speak with as many as you can, Ernie. Oh no, there is no emo. That's unfortunate. Dungeon? This one? Or this one? Or the next one? Borish Banneret, the priest. Well, let's do some MSQing first. Nay, I know not of heretics. Do you honestly expect me to keep track of Oraitimor, Verimont, and Bertinet that wanders through the in and out of our camp? Maybe if everyone wasn't French, you'd remember a few names. You can only name so many Kings Louis, you know? Are there any heretics in that area? I have not the faintest idea why a heretic could pass under my very nose and I should be none the wiser. I hunt dragons, my dear lady. The big ones. Forever do I scan the skies for signs of my prey. I care not for the miserable creatures that scurry upon the ground. Current. So with these Aether Currents, do I get anything until I unlock them all? Like, do they make me slightly faster or something? Because I know I get flying at the end, which is like a cool little thing. My ground-born dragon can't fly anymore. Looking for heretics, you may say. Why don't you go and bother Pierre Riquet or someone? Honestly, I have enough trouble keeping these preening fobs fed and clothed as it is. 'Tis no business of mine what folks do with themselves out there in the wilds. Whoa. This is new. I like the outfit. And you kept the pink somehow. Even though you're like 90%... Even though you went 90% black, you still managed to get some level of pink in there. I guess you can't change, you know? Alright, where the heck is this Piriquet guy? Do you like? I do. I do. It's very nice. I'm always gonna be a big fan of dumb wizard hats. I really am. That part of me is not going anywhere. How about me? How about me? My sage don't have pink. I don't believe you. Well, okay. Well, that's not very fair. You have a pink hair and pink tail. You're always gonna have pink on you, no matter what you do. And it goes without saying, I like the hat. I don't know what it is. There's something about it. Just looks good. Somewhat I can help you with, milady. Heretics, is it? Well, I never seen one myself, but that ain't to say I haven't heard a thing or two. This accent's not working, but I have to stick to it. We would be grateful for any information you can share with us. The gods know where we've gleaned precious little from talking to the rest of these people. If it please, my lord, I'm Periquet, a soldier by trade, though not much of one. If I'm honest, if it weren't for the love of stabbing folk that I took up the spear. See, no, it was by order of Sir Yanalot's father. Still, as long as they keep paying me wages, I ain't fussy as to what they have me do. Not everyone's as patient as me, though. Plenty of low-born lads who get pressed into service start grumbling before they've seen their second battle. And once they got to thinking how unfair it all is, they don't take much for the heretics to turn their heads. From what I hear, the simple promise of freedom tends to do it. That may explain how Lady Iceheart was able to expand her following so swiftly. Sad to say, some mates of mine gobbled down the heretic stripe and asked for seconds. Told me they were off on the western highlands to light a signal fire. That's how you let the heretics know you're serious about joining their ranks, apparently. Send up some purple smoke, and the bastards come to you. Is that so? Then why them am I minded to start a fire? Ah, yes. Slaughter is only correct when it's heretics and evil people. Either current. I kind of like the voice you gave the old guy. I don't know. It started off as like country, and then it kind of drifted away, and then went back to country because I'm a little more comfortable with it. I need to work on my accents. I can't do a voice acting visual novel game if I can't pull off a few accents. But you really don't want to hear my like Scottish accent. That's not good for either of us. Athena wishes to prepare a signal fire to lure the heretics. If we are to lure our foes into our position, then we must find a means of producing a signal of purple hue. As it so happens, I heard the tale of a trapper who dropped the hide of a woolly yak into his campfire. Aside from the terrible stench, the story also described in detail how the smoke from the smothered flames was tinged a deep violet. You are quite a monster hunter of some note, are you not, Murney? It should prove a trifling task for you to produce a number of hides. We may need to burn more than one ere the heretics notice our beacon. Master Alfino, you and I shall gather wood for the fire. Aye, it will take the both of us to find enough dry fuel in this frozen wasteland. Let us meet again at the Dreaming Dragon with the fruits of our labor. Come on, Charlie, we got a fire to light. Or, sorry, yak hides to get. Come on. You want to walk? Okay. What's your what's all y'all's take on the bigger landscapes of everything not called A Realm Reborn? Because I did hear a dissenting opinion that like the bigger landscapes are not particularly detailed. Is that what it is? Like A Realm Reborn has a lot more detail than the other ones, as far as the environments are concerned. You know, you can help me while you type. I like when it's nice to travel by foot. What do you mean by when it's nice to travel by foot? Like right now, or like this place? I mean, you can travel by foot anywhere if you want, if you try hard enough. Believe it or not, the modern convenience of mounts has never been required. There's a button that you press to activate it. There's a map that sucks to walk. Well, I guess that's our next challenge. Can you walk across? Has anyone done like the typical can you cross the map of whatever in a straight line yet? Has that happened? I guess it's kind of hard with this game because it's like segmented, right? You'll have to find a way to line up all the maps together through their little zone entrances. But look, everyone knows that video game content on YouTube is just a spinning wheel of like 5 concepts being applied to different games. And if you can travel across Final Fantasy XIV in a straight line, then I think it's worth trying. Obviously, Western Highlands aren't going to be more detailed than Central Thanaland because everything's covered in snow and there's fewer settlements in the zone. Well, okay. I think, like I said, I think the thing I've always... this is going to be like detailed arguments, but I think there's a way to do like wastelands that are interesting. Just because there's like nothing there doesn't mean it has to be like kind of forgettable. Like this is what I was when I was like considering making a video about World of Warcraft and more or less bashing it. I was gonna be like if I took this picture right here, like this big landscape picture, do you think you can identify it just off this picture? Like, this is a pretty big zone. How long do you think it would take for you to find this picture? And I had the same issue with WoW where it's like, you play Air Guesser a lot? Okay. Well, I'll have to... I don't know if you can like segment it to like zones, but I would definitely play A Realm Reborn and see if I could do it, if that's possible. I don't know. I think the thing with WoW, like I said, and this game kind of has the same issue where it's like a lot of it is barren in a way. So you need a lot of detail to extract information. I don't know. I guess all that to say I like dense worlds. I like very... I can send you the link if you want. Yeah, sure. I won't play it right now, but... because I have to burn a fire and chase down heretics. Either current. You're not going to bother me, are you? I'm just going to do this real quick. Don't mind me. Just going to go down here. Let's close that process. Okay. It would seem that collecting firewood is a new experience for Master Alfino. He must have been privileged. His must have been a privileged upbringing. Ahem. Have you the hides we need? To be fair, if someone asked me to cut pieces of wood, I would not fare so well myself.
Ah, I should have known it would be you.
Oh my goodness, voice acting.
Word reached me of a struggle with a small but well-armed band of trespassers. Forgive my comrades their hostility. Few come here uninvited, and fewer still with good intent.
I'm noticing now that there's a little tiny bit of clipping on it, but it's really not that noticeable. And it's not, and Drip's too powerful, so I can take the sacrifice of a tiny bit of clipping. And if any of you have 500,000 gil you can hand me, I can get that new like ponytail, the glamour dresser, and it fixes all the problems.
Now, tell me why you are here.
We wanted to speak to you. We're friends.
So, you seek to stem the Dravanian tide with talk? A romantic notion. If you but knew the truth, the spark which lit the flames of this animosity, you would understand the futility of your quest.
You still don't have the Moogle event here? I do not. I do not. Unfortunately, I have not been grinding out my Praetoriums enough to get the points for it. Unfortunately. But 500,000 isn't half bad. You know? Nothing a little money can't solve. I can give you. No, you don't have to. Realistically, you know, I have 7 million gil, so. And I don't think I'm going to be using any of it anytime soon. But if you know the truth, the spark which lit the flames of animosity, you would understand our futility of your quest.
Shall I relate it to you? The sordid history my gift has shown me. That which the Holy See has taken such pains to suppress.
Hold on, there's backstory.
'Twas more than a millennium past when an Elizan tribe first sought to claim the lands of Kurthas as its home. Unfortunately for them, Kurthas was already home to dragonkind, and they were not inclined to make way for the invaders.
I feel like I've heard this story
Thus did
before.
a bloody war begin. A war which might well have rumbled on until one or the other side was exterminated, had it not been for the resolve of a single woman. That woman's name was Shiva. While those around her fought and died, she attempted to parley with the dragons, and in so doing discovered them to be possessed of profound intelligence and reason. The great worm Heavensward in particular so enchanted Shiva that she found herself growing to love the creature, whom her people considered a monster. In the eyes of a near-immortal dragon, however, the fleeting life of an Elezen is as that of a freshly cut rose. Scarce has the flower bloomed before it begins to fade and wither.
Ah, we're lifetime scaling now. You know, you have humans, or I guess yours, and then Elezen, and now you have dragons.
Such melancholy musings plagued Hraesvelga, who had found in Shiva an unexpected and beloved soulmate. He knew that all too soon, death would snatch her away from him. Unable to bear the thought of their separation, the maid bid the worm consume her, that their spirits might be entwined for eternity.
Lalafell's lifespans are slightly above Elezen. Yeah, that's unsurprising. You ever see like puppies and dogs? Like the tiny ones, the chihuahuas, they live a little bit. They live a while. But the big dogs, like your retrievers, they don't make it very far. Something about like sustainability of your heartbeat and, you know, stuff like that. I mean, it happens in humans too. I mean, I don't think a lot of 7-foot people make it too long. Yeah, exactly. Retrievers are lucky to reach 10. Exactly. I think my family had a Shih Tzu, and the Shih Tzu was like 16 when it passed, which is crazy. That's awesome.
Though loath to perform the deed, Hraesvelga ultimately gave in to her plea, and soon thereafter the tale of their ill-fated love spread throughout the two warring factions. No more could they raise blade or claw against one another, knowing that the souls of their kin were so inextricably bound.
You know what? I was judging Shiva for being a dragon lover, but that's a pretty cool looking dragon. You know, at least you picked well.
In the days that followed, man and dragon learned to live in harmony, and together built a nation unlike any the world had ever known. For 200 years did this blissful age of peace continue, as it would to this day, had vilest envy not stirred in the hearts of the Elezen. It is said that worms owe their longevity to the boundless reserves of vitality found within their eyes. And 'twas in this belief that a traitorous band of knights deceived their allies of some 2 centuries, and took by force that which they coveted. Nidhogg, he who now stands poised to unleash his wormlings upon Ishgard, was the great dragon who lost an eye to Elezen treachery. And until he prizes it from the hands of the traitor's progeny, no amount of conciliatory words will stay his fury.
You are wrong, Lady Iceheart.
Ooh, tell him, Estinian. Tell him how it really is.
Lest you misunderstand, I do not doubt your vision of the past. 'Tis true that Nidhogg greatly desired to reclaim the Eye. Indeed, it was for that very reason that I kept it with me as I roamed the land, attempting to draw him away from the city.
Oh, don't step too close now. No sudden movements, Estinian.
Good gods! Until recently, Nidhogg seemed unable to resist its allure and pursued me relentlessly. Needless to say, that is no longer the case. Now, it would seem, he has fixed his attention on Ishgard itself, though he knows full well the Eye does not reside there.
If you'd played the Dragoon job quests, you would have known this beforehand. The ARR Dragoon job quest. Well, have you ever thought that maybe Murney isn't a Dragoon? Have you ever thought this is my character RP? I don't know this. Estinian knows that I don't know this because I'm a bard. I go around and sing funny music for people. And in my downtime, I look at the stars. Like that's what Murney does. You understand? Murney doesn't jump around on a lance and learn the lore of Nidhogg, okay? Not yet, at least.
You believe he targets the capital for another reason?
I believe reason has all but left him. Through the eye, I feel much of what Nidhogg feels. And the dragon's thirst for vengeance will not be quenched by aught less than a sea of blood.
If Nidhogg is indeed lost to reason, might we not seek an audience with Hraesvelgr instead? He has thus far shown no inclination to aid in the invasion of Ishgard, and may yet welcome our efforts to broker a peace.
You still believe that a peaceable solution can be found? Very well. I will take you to him.
Thanks, Iceheart.
Our road will lead us to Dravania, the homeland of dragonkind. There we shall ascend unto the clouds, where Hraesvelgr resides.
Ooh, that's like it's a little rhyme. You kind of got a little bard in you, Iceheart. You ever thought about switching jobs for once? Oh no. My not light blessing. Are these the meth powers? Back at it again? My heart.
Is autumn mist, my friend?
Dang, they just left me like that? What? Alfino's like, you all right? And these other two are just wandering off? Dang. And I thought I was cool
I
around
sense
here.
the many battles are beginning to take their toll. Rest a while. And should you lose sight of us, Dravania lies beyond the mountains to the west.
Curious. The vestiges of thy mistress's blessing are not as faint as once they were. Thy will to succeed grants thee unusual fortitude. But will it be enough?
Either current. What? Hold on one second. Why is this audio playing? That would do it. And now, you won't have to worry about your Discord because I turned off mine for the stream. No more checking whenever mine goes off. Yeah, we're good. Lady Iceheart stands ready to lead you and your companions to Dravania. You did not just figure out my name. Come on. You are Myrni, yes? Pray address me as Ysael, if you wish. 'Tis passing strange, is it not, that fate should bring us together thus. Never did I think to walk alongside the warrior of light. But history is full of such unexpected alliances. Shall we make our way to Dravania, then? The chill of the Western Highlands is unrelenting, and I would sooner be under the sheltering canopy of the Chocobo Forest. Who needs Aether Currents? I'll just use my links to get there. Unless, you know, there's one kind of in our way. No currents nearby. Ow. New area. Wait, are they gonna do like the flyover? I think they are. They need to load the cutscene.
Beyond Abalathia's spine, the great mountain range that spans the continent of Aldenard from east to west. Into the deepening shadows of Som-Al, where lies the ancient home of dragonkind. To a land where the soil slithers and the skies seethe with sinuous shapes, they came.
That's the sound I make when I call my mount. What do you think about this one, Astinian? Do you sense the Murni, a gathering of dragons to the west? Oh my goodness, it's Dragon Castlevania. Look at this place. Very nice. Another large area. Oh my goodness, this is even bigger than the last large area. Would this look better at daytime? You're asking me? This is the first time I've been here. We now stand on the threshold of Dravania. The path to Som-Al will take us far to the west, beyond the embrace of the forest branches. It will be a long and demanding journey. Might I suggest we take rest at the village up ahead, and see that we are properly provisioned. There's a village here, but I thought these lands are the sole domain of dragonkind. Why would anyone choose to live in such a perilous place? The wild chocobo's tail feather was built by hunters who make their living capturing and selling these beasts. Their leader, Marsachomp, is an acquaintance of mine. Being a gregarious sort, he will no doubt welcome our arrival, and he will also possess more recent knowledge of the road we seek to travel. I trust there are no objections. Only to this ceaseless chatter. If we are to meet this acquaintance of yours, let us do it before Ishgard burns. Pretty much anywhere you can ride a mount after ARR is just huge. Yeah, I mean, this place is really big. You know what's weird about that? I had a friend who, like, I want to say many years ago tried Final Fantasy XIV. And their biggest complaint, Duhan, by the way, you're a master of drip. How you feeling about this outfit? I crafted it today. But what I was saying was, I had a friend whose biggest complaint when they tried Final Fantasy XIV, this is years before I started playing, but their biggest complaint was that they really didn't like how zones were instanced. So I wonder if that was like a complaint that they heard back then, and was like, instead of making like Central Thanalan, Eastern Thanalan, Western Thanalan, let's just make Thanalan, you know? Let's just make Dravania. Just make one huge area. I wonder if that's what the thought process was like. Hat feels out of place. Well, okay, to be fair, this hat is like... I just like the hat. I think it looks funny. I've been using it on my main outfit, so I kind of... It's a piece of me, you know? I had to take it with me. So... And I do think it could be re-dyed as well. I think, at the very least, it has to be dyed a different color. Because it's clashing a bit. Come along now. Oh god, this mount. Oh no, I turned off my mount music. Now everything's just quiet. There are 2 parts of Dravania, and you've only accessed 1 for now. Well, still, I mean, the point stands. Like, you do most of your wandering about with less loading screens. Stop flashing me. I really... The only way I can really do it is by zooming really far out. What is it? Is it mount background music? Because now it's just quiet. And I don't like that. There we go. Fair though, I say if you had less low-key clothes, it'd fit better. Yeah, probably. Especially in a place like this. Well, like I said, this hat normally is a part of this one, which is like, this is like perfection as far as I'm concerned. This is like the in-universe version. This is what I'd look like if glamour didn't exist, you know? Cotton tabard. Just like my friend Tataru. Just like everybody, honestly. The OG, exactly. And this is where the hat really finds its home. And I think the best part was, this was one of those outfits that we created together. Duhan, you weren't here when we used to do this, but when I was really fledgling, we used to do like a little thing. And it's not even that we can't do it anymore, it's just harder to do now that I have an actual like filled out glamour chest. But I used to have people just donate an item. So like someone would give me a hat, then like 10 minutes later someone would give me the top, then 10 minutes later someone would give me like the boot slot, and then we just slap it all together that way. And this was one of those outfits we created, and honestly, it looks really good. Yeah, the more centric things in this outfit helps the hat out. Yeah, this one, I like it. This one's put together very well. I mean, if I could find a new hat, I will. But like for now, the other one, the only other thing is this one also has like a different color one, but I kind of like it all being one like dress, I guess, and then having a jacket over it. Uh-oh. You know what I'm about to say? Remove. I have to stand up to talk to him? Okay. Oh, because I walk in. I got you. Well, tan my hide and call me a Leatherface. We have visitors. What the heck? Estinian, please. Oh, if it ain't the lovely Yasail. Yasaili? Yasail. It's been too long, girl. That it has, Marchichamp. That it has. Everyone walks in. Estinian just can't help himself but like try to feel cool. My companions and I are on pilgrimage to Som-Al. Might we stay in Tailfeather a while and prepare for the next leg of our journey? Of course. Stay as long as you'd like. In fact, I wouldn't suggest leaving the forest at all. The dragons have been absolutely bleeding murderous of late. Forgive me, sir, but I'm not sure I understand. Do the dragons not bother you here in the forest? Bother us? Did Ysael not... Or Ezael? Did Ezael not explain things to you, boy? You've seen them towering Calum trees? All about, haven't you? You were flying above the canopy, you'd barely be able to see the ground. And as you expect, the local wildlife's canny enough to stay hidden beneath the leaves, which is why the dragons do their hunting elsewhere. And we have to do ours in peace. I see. Thank you for your explanation. You're welcome. Now, I know it won't stop Ezael here, but dragons ain't the only thing you need to keep an eye out for, especially if you're set on heading west. Bard gear? No. Astro? No. I tried. Now, what if I said DRK gear is mine? Would that tickle anyone's fancy? worse than dragons. Oh, actual bard gear. Marthchamp would like to give you a fair warning about what awaits to the west. I dare say you're wondering what could possibly be worse than dragons, eh? Well, I'll tell you. The bloody Nath. They're what you might get if you crossed an antling and a megalocrab and taught the thing how to walk on two legs. They never used to stray far from their hives out of fear of dragons, but they've gotten a lot more aggressive as of late, sending out war parties and malms in all directions. They've even taken to harassing the Dravanians in their own lairs, you can believe it. And when they venture into the forest, which is more and more by the way, they certainly ain't afraid to come after my lot. I can only imagine how much worse it would be closer to the Nath's home territory. Worse than dragons, the red chocobo? Oh, now you're doing it too. Okay. Now that he's off the wall, you have to be the one who leans. I've heard about this mystical red chocobo. A couple of you sent a picture about it in the Discord once, and how evil it is. Flash on screen real fast. 1, 2, 3. I'm back. Ezael. 'Twould seem that much has changed in Dravania. The Nath were not wont to cause such strife when I lived here. You lived here in Dravania? Aye, 'twas in times following the calamity. My family was dead, my home was gone, and I had fled from the bitter cold into these lands. I knew not the path of the forest then, and wandered out from under the protections of its boughs. That's when I chanced upon Hraesvelgr. He had descended from his mountain lair to hunt for food. My exhausted mind could not contend with the sight of the majestic worm, nor the vision of the past his presence visited upon me. Thankfully, Marthchamp found my unconscious form at the edge of the trees, and nursed me back to health, and in Tailfeather I remained for some time. It's a critical engagement in one of the field operations later on in the game. Red Comet, aka Baphomet. Baphomet, actually. Hence your familiarity with the locals, but I interrupted you. You were saying these Naths were once peaceful people. Peaceful would not be the most fitting description. They were a fiercely territorial tribe, and any who intrude upon their domain are attacked without hesitation or quarter. Outside the borders of their homeland, however, they were rarely hostile. Indeed, we were even able to trade with them on occasion. They have changed, then. What of it? We have not the time to creep through the underbrush on some roundabout route. I say we make straight for Som-Al and crush any unruly insect we meet underfoot. A more direct path, then. Very well. Let us follow the trail west out of the forest and make for the statue of the Stained One. From there, we should have a fair view of the road that leads to Som-Al. Shall we? That was not the intonation they wanted to go for. I just call it that, but it's a very, very difficult fight. Okay. Well, I guess is that Heavensward? Oh, fellow Sprout. Come along now. Is it like is it this expansion's coils? Is that the one that everyone freaks out about with this expansion? Okay, let us navigate. Can't go up the river. If I recall correctly, it's Stormblood. Okay, never mind. That's a little ways away from me. I'm gonna walk in this direction because I think it's this way. Don't correct me. If I'm walking in the wrong direction, do not correct me. Since it's a field op, which is like an alliance, but in world boss style. Ah, new operations. Excellent. I really hope I picked the right way. technically yes, but it's a different format from just finding 8 people. Dun, 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 dun. Oh no, I'm gonna get jumped. It's hard to get jumped when every time you get jumped there's a purple haze. That sound is so loud whenever my pitch perfect activates. Proceed to the stained one and defeat any foes who stand in your way. Bandersnatch. Giant bear. Brown bears are eating all the salmon and returning upriver to spawn before they can lay their eggs. If this continues, there will be a shortage of harvestable wavekin next season. Bloody the bears' noses so they may seek sustenance elsewhere. These are... Wow! Those are very large bears. The land is ours. Is this guy also doing the exact same part? He is. Should I help him? Should I? I'm doing it. Oh, strike is... I'm sorry I pulled your guy. This is how I can fix this mount from flashing me every like 10 seconds. I should have to zoom in. Now, woe is me to ever discuss modulating a game like Final Fantasy XIV, which I would never do, by the way, but is there like a immersive first-person mod? So that you can like see the mount and your feet and your arms and everything that's not, you know, your model. I think not. Aw, sad. Should we chance to meet Marchachamp again, I remind him to thank you. Remind me to thank him. Had he not warned us to expect the Nath, I doubt I would be standing here. We would not die to like 8 Naths. And they sent like 2 guys at us at a time. Amid ruins that I would tentatively describe as Ishgardian? The style. See, this is what I'm talking about. Like, I think all they have to do to make these cutscenes much more presentable is just like change the camera every so often. Like when we're talking about the ruins, you know, maybe, you know, just curve the camera a little upwards. It's probably going to do that soon, but I hope it does at least. The style, not quite identical, betrays a definite resemblance. There it is. Okay, cool. But they need to do that more, is what I'm trying to say. You have a scholarly's eye, Master Alfino. The structure is, in fact, over 1,000 years old. It is a remnant of the age when our ancestors and Dragonkin lived together. Dragonkind lived together in peace. Duan, I'm happy you are very I'm happy you're very spirited about that, but no, I mean, I would do it. You have to understand, I only do dumb things in the presence of my friends. So if you, I'll be honest, Duhan, if you were in my raid, if we were doing a trial together and there were 8 of us all together that I knew and could talk to, you know I'm gonna do it in first person. But if we're in like a 24-man, you know, where I got, you know, I gotta be on my best behavior, put on the tie, You know, that I'll hold the antics. You can claim this evidence as you claim this as evidence of our harmonious past? I was taught that these buildings were constructed by heretics in honor of your Dravanian masters. This rebel inspires no such awe in me. What I mean is it might be slightly terrifying. That's the fun of it, right? Imagine being in the Final Fantasy universe, right? You're a dragoon flinging yourself around. You might not see like that, you know, the fourth ad dragon behind you is about to breathe fire on the ground, you know? And that's just how you die, you know? That's just how you die in the Final Fantasy universe. We can't all make it, you know? This rebel inspires no awe in me. Stubborn fool, how desperately you cling to the false teachings of your beloved Holy See. Enough, both of you. You threaten the success of our mission with this incessant squabbling. Myrni, pray reason with these two. Grunt. The truth of the past will be revealed. Set aside your differences for now. Our goals are the same. Set aside your differences for now. You can go at it later, but not while I'm here. Quite. Lest you forget, our goal is to prevent a war which will claim the lives of Dravanians and Ishgardians alike. If we are to accomplish this, you must learn to tolerate each other's presence. Trust in Myrni's gift. In time, the secrets of history will be brought to light. Let that be enough, Estinian. You would have me keep my counsel until Myrni's vision confirms the truth. Very well, but debate me not. Our meeting with Raelsvelger will likely provide the catalyst Myrni's gift requires, as it did mine. Let us press on. Bard armor. We can't all be the Warrior of Light. See, I think the best thing, it becomes like, think about it like this. It becomes like a horror game, right? Like imagine I'm like, you know, I'm doing my Bard thing in first person, and I just watch someone like jump across my screen as a Dragoon, and they just get destroyed because they didn't see that the Cerberus they were not paying attention to the massive Cerberus behind them. Like I think that'd be cinema, right? Am I the crazy one here? Of course, I am the ranged DPS because I am the Warrior of Light, and I would never die, so I have to stand in the back and make everything look good. Yes, I understand that like things like stack markers might be a little tough, you know, might be a little tough to figure out in a first person mode. But, you know, sometimes we have to take these risks. But actually, I think stack markers would be even funnier. Because that means like the other people have to be the ones who notice it, right? Like you have to be like, imagine there's a stack market on Charlotte. I would have to call it out and everyone just starts running over here. You know, you have no idea what's happening, but I do. I think it would be cinema, honestly. And I hope you understand by me saying it out loud, there is a 100% chance at some point in time, if we have like 4 to 8 people together, we're doing it. Like, I'm telling you right now, that's just gonna happen. At this point, I've already said it enough. I think figuring out where the enemy is would already be difficult enough in first person. Again, depends on the role. I'm fairly certain I can get through like most, especially like dungeons, right, where like it's not too much. We're absolutely doing it. The setup is concrete. Exactly. I've already thought it through. We're gonna do it someday. It'll be like just a random roulette trial or something. We'll work our way up. We can definitely clear a dungeon in first person, no doubt in my mind. But like when we start getting to raids and stuff, that's where things will get really, really spicy. Ezael wishes to survey the approach to the distant tower. Spy you the 3 great towers to the west? Not really. Is it that one? Ishgardians know them as Ank's Trine. The place serves as a roost for Raelsvelger's lesser kindred. If we are to reach the peak of Salm Al, then we must first beseech these dragons to open the way. But do not be disheartened. The one who leads them is a friend. Of rather more concern is the disposition of the Nath. Let us survey the approach to the towers and see if a path is clear. Oh, absolutely. Just that it started being an issue when we were doing extreme trials. Wait, you were doing it? You were doing first person extreme trials? Am I reading that wrong? Because you have my kudos if that's true. Not me, our healer was. Yo. Okay, do you have this this healer's contact information? I have a deal I could break out for them. Speak with Isail. Shrine Towers this way. I guess I should be checking my compass in case I can... Yikes, 500 to the northeast. I should do he's a friend. Well, someday when the time comes and we need a first-person healer, I'll know who to call. Look at this thing. Clearwater Ninkinanka. To be fair, we're on what, day 4? I guess day 3 didn't really count. We didn't really do much MSQ, but we haven't done a dungeon yet in Heavensward yet. At least one hasn't been part of the story. I know that the camp we went to had one. Remove, you talked about it for a little bit. I'm going to the wrong place. But there hasn't been a mandatory trial yet. No mandatory battle content till next stream, probably. That's okay. There's always roulettes. If I truly get the bloodlust, I can always queue up a roulette, and we can do some stuff. I'm almost level 60. I know there's 60 jobs when you get to a level 60. I don't know which ones those are off the top of my head, but I'm like right there, so maybe I'll unlock some new jobs that I won't play for a while. 'Tis as I feared, the road ahead is teeming with Nath soldiers. Marsachamp did not exaggerate then. These beastmen have grown brazen indeed. If they would threaten the dragons so openly, do they not intend to assault the lair itself? Dancer and Gunbreaker, if I recall correctly. I've heard a lot of not great things about this Gunbreaker class. When we were watching the Crap Guide to Tanks, everyone was like, yeah, Gunbreaker's just not it, you know? I pray they do not. Mighty though my Dravanian friends are, they are yet vulnerable to the Nath's muskets. There's no route save one before us. Should the beastmen offer battle, we have no choice but to accept. There's a lot of dancing and not a lot of fighting. Isn't that kind of like Bard, where it's like I can sing songs and Peloton sometimes? Oh no, I'm gonna get jumped again. This place is ruthless. Hey. Check this out, nerds. Oh, what I mean is you don't look like you're DPSing because the animation... Because the animations are just... See, look, there's sound cues and everything. I think it's possible. Why can't I target this guy? Okay. That's weird. I know that it will never happen, but they do need... If it doesn't exist yet, they need to do an immersive first-person mod. I should see my weapon like flailing left and right as I do my animations. Not that I would ever condone modding a video game like Final Fantasy XIV. There's no real reason to be against modding. Square Enix is fine with you modding visuals? Is that true? I feel like that's... Is it they're fine with it or they won't prosecute you? Those are two different things, you know what I mean? Like I've been told that with unless I want to risk my account, I should not visualize having a mod, you know what I mean? Like I should not be indulging in moderation things on stream. I take no pleasure in killing the Nath. 'Twas to avoid bloodshed that I agreed to join you on this journey. Well, it can't be helped. We may proceed to the courtyard together, but leave the task of hailing its occupants to me. And keep your lance on your back, Dragoon. On my word to the Warrior of Light, I shall start no fight, only finish it. You are truly beyond salvation. Come then. Do you think they have to, like, do you think you practice those lines in Dragoon school? I wouldn't know because I haven't played Dragoon. But you Dragoon players, do you have to practice your, like, edgy one-liners to get, like, your job stone?
Vidofnir!
Ah, 'tis thee, little one. From above I did mistake thee for a Nath. 'Tis well I chanced to look again, or thou wouldst now be ash.
See, what I'm learning is that the real way to voice a dragon, you don't have to like do any inflection. You just need a little bit of like reverb, a tiny bit of echo, and that's how you pull off the dragon voice.
Dear Vidofnir, how I have missed you. Would that I had come sooner, and not out of dire necessity.
Thou art troubled. Speak that I might know thy plight.
This one knows Eorzean.
Thou wouldst have
Well,
father
so does
admonish his brood brother.
so does Midgard Sommer, right? I think most of them do, don't they? Am I crazy?
I would end this war without further bloodshed.
How am I to believe thee, little one, when thine own companion beareth Nidhogg's stolen eye?
You're gonna...
Have care, dragon, or I shall gouge out one of yours.
Oh, wow. This is going swimmingly.
You forget yourself, sir. We are here on a mission of peace.
My sires will forbiddeth me from inviting discord to our home. 'Tis for this reason and no other that thou still drawest breath, knight.
Vidofnir, please. We must be allowed to convey our intentions to Hrisvelgar in person, with words of our own choosing.
Estinian, my goat. He has an arc later trust. Okay, I believe you. I mean, he's a cool guy. You know, I think he's a cool guy. I like having him
Grant us
around.
this favor, and open the way to Som Al.
Thou hast ever been welcome, little one. But I cannot grant thy wish. I am bound to remain here and protect my kin from the Nath's god.
She's Midgard Summer's granddaughter? Well, I have Midgard Summer on me, on my person. He shows up sometimes and says funny things, and then disappears for hours at a time.
The Nath have summoned a primal.
That's our music, Alfino.
Pray excuse my forwardness, but if we were to eliminate the threat to your territory, would you consent to Lady Izel's request?
Ha! Dost thou imagine thyself equal to the task? To succeed where dragons have failed. 'Tis beyond thee, mortal. But thou art welcome to try, nonetheless. Only know that idle promises shall avail thee naught.
It would seem we have no choice but to make good on Alphino's offer. Why must our every bid for peace breed yet more war?
I like how we all have to break our necks to watch the dragon leave. Bard pants? No. DRK? Gunbreaker? PLD? I don't even know what NIN is. We'll grab some tank pants. You know, might need it 10 years from now, but you'll never know. Ninja. Ah. That would do it. That makes a lot of sense, actually. Probably could have figured that one out. What do you think about that one, Estinian? By the Fury, we must now defeat a primal that we might treat with a worm. I do begin to see how you gained your reputation for surmounting the insurmountable. So the Nath have summoned their god, and thus is the mystery of their newfound belligerence laid to rest. Are you not glad, Lady Iceheart? I thought you would applaud them for summoning a primal to further their own ends. After all, you did. I did not reach out to the Saint Shiva to further my own ends. I desired her strength only to forge anew the peace between a man and a dragon. But what a fool I am to speak peace to you, a bloodthirsty savage who murders without thought or compassion. Enough, enough. If the Nath have truly brought forth their deity from the Aether, we must face it together or watch our hopes fall apart. All now rests upon this primal's defeat. You'd want fending, aiming, and healing gear. But ere we think of confronting it, we must first study its origin. What of the nature of this god? What manner of faith sustains its existence? My apologies, you are right. Let us return to Tailfeather and consult with Marsachamp. He knows more of the Nath and their culture than most. I want to tune to the ether. It's a nice place. Very, very pretty. Meanwhile, in the distance. See, this adds to the scenery. It's a little jagged. You could work on the smoothness of your turns. But, like, that's like a... Oh, it's Tranter! That's my boy. We're doing the same MSQ. Wait, Charlotte, I heard that you were willing to donate a few of those regular tokens. He is skipping cutscenes? No, he's not. No, he's not. No, he's not. At least I don't think so. He's been with me at like the last 4 locations, so I think we're just reading about it at the same pace. Either that or he's skipping cutscenes and going AFK for long periods of time. He is? Aw. It's a shame. I saw. Are you narking out the cutscene skippers? Is that what you're telling me? Meet me in. Oh, wait. No, the cancel. I was gonna say I could teleport you. I shall snitch on every cutscene skipper. It's a good thing I don't stream my job quests. I actually read them. I would never skip lore. Oh ho, back already, are we? Ah, met the Nath, did you? And what is it that you'd like to... A primal? That's what he's gonna say. Summoned a primal, you say? Seven hells. What? I don't know bugger all about the Nath religion, if I'm honest. Beyond their trading habits, they never seemed much to point in asking. But it shouldn't be that hard to find out. From time to time, we barter with a small hive of them to the north and west of here. Outcasts from the main tribe, from what I understand. I reckon they'd be willing to tell you a bit more about themselves if you give them the right incentives. That sounds promising. What exactly would a Nath consider to be the right incentives? Oh, nothing your average hunter couldn't scrounge up in a day or two, but seeing as you're in a hurry, you might want to divide the chores amongst yourselves. You want a good-sized jar of land-trap nectar, a basket of Calum tree fruit, and always a Nath favorite, a generous portion of young Nanka flesh. I shall gather the fruit. Leaping to the lower branches of these forest giants should present little challenge to me. Then I shall collect the nectar with Master Alfino's arcane assistance. That leaves you bringing home the meat. You'll need to carve it from the smaller Nankas that live in the rivers. 3 big hunks should be enough, I reckon. Once you got everything together, you'll need to set it down, or what we call a trading post. Here, I'll mark the spot on your map for you. You have been most kind, Master Marsachamp. Very well, let us attend to our respective tasks and reconvene at the trading post. I need hardly add that this is the last one there is... Oh, sorry. The last one there is a rotten Nanka egg. I can't help but notice that I'm always asked to murder things. I don't know what that... You know. There's like an introspective part of... No way! Amazing. I no longer have to clip. My hair is perfectly fine. Although I'll miss this look. Not that I can't change it back for another 2,000 gil. But I have a cosplay to pull off. This doesn't look like the way. How do I get over there? Can I leave this way? Or is this like all encased in wall? It is. Ah, but I can use the river to my advantage. Can I? I can. Okay. I have to kill the small ones? I'm sorry, little one. I should have just fought the big group. It's the inefficient mind of a DPS player. A tank player would know better. to the trading post. I also noticed the effects on my abilities have increased since A Realm Reborn. I don't know if that was also part of the budget increases with every successive patch. I was able to gather a goodly amount of nectar from the land traps, though I would not have known how to harvest it without Isael's help. Do you have the non-commit? Of course. Who do you think I am? Splendid. I shall put this with Estinian's fruit and assemble a suitably generous-looking hamper for the Nath. Bard outfit? Is this an upgrade? Can I upgrade my clothes? Oh, it is. This is my first upgrade in so long. Let's check out the fit with the actual outfit. Looks alright. Looks okay. Eager to make contact with the Nath. Is that the primal? The non-mind? Well, everything appears to be in order. Assuming no one has any objections to my choice of presentation, I shall make our offerings at the trading post as instructed. Were I of Nath, I think I might have been suitably impressed. Well, how long must we wait? Should we have sounded a signal or some such? Calm yourself, Master Alfino. Our offering has not gone unnoticed. Was it playing the hostile music? Click, click, as long as it's been since the hunters came to last trade, bearing gifts that filled the air with such delightful scents. Land trap nectar, calum tree fruit, and ananka flesh. Oh, what delectable foods you have brought us. Our meager existence is much enriched by your bounty. Come, hunters, come to a hive if you would trade. Cramped and stifling our homes are, but the rancid insect keeps the dragons at bay. Cramped, stifling, and horribly smelly. But better to live in a stench that can be cracked and crunched by dragon jaws, yes? Come, come, it is not far. Alright, I guess I'll lead the way. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. I love how the NPC's looks matches perfectly into the scenery. Oh no, they have rinky-dink music. Let's blast the rinky-dink music. Your presence has been announced by the storyteller. You must speak to our chosen leader in words, for we are Bath, and you are the non-mind. Welcome to our hives, hunters. You have brought the delicacies much sought after by our people. We are much pleased, but would you have a return? Honored elder, pray allow me to begin by thanking you for welcoming us to your home, and for accepting our humble offerings. My companions and I are come in search of knowledge, specifically knowledge of your people's god. Knowledge alone! What strange hunters you are! But it is words you desire, then words you shall have. We are the Vath, the non-mind, and to speak is our fate. You will hear the tale of the Nath's gods, of the god of the one mind summoned into our midst. It's gonna be really sad when they start when one of these characters starts talking and he's gonna talk like a normal human being, and my whole voice is gonna just, my entire illusion of them is gonna disappear. The One Mind. These are the Nath who reside in the main colony. Yes, they are one, connected. But let us begin the story at its beginning. Some moons ago, a single dragon flew in from the east, bleeding and weak. It fell upon a sky and into the hive, where it was swarmed by my brethren. And with spear, spell, and musket, the dragon was slain. 'Twas likely that had fled the battle with my kinsmen. I should commend you for finishing the job. There's exactly a character that in WoW, but I don't think there's, or I don't know if there's one in Hearthstone. Like a character that looks like this, talks like this, or both. Dragons are fierce and terrible adversaries. The One Mind would always cower when their winged shadows passed over the ground, but no longer. They had learned that a battle-weary Gervanian was easy prey. Thus did the One Mind decided to heed our words of the black-robed men. The One's Mind would call forth our god and unleash his blades upon the dragons. Gervanian lands would come upon Nath lands, and even larger would grow on domain. But our god ever hungers. The price he demands in crystals far exceeds the reward for this war. We are of Vath, despite our we of Vath despise and revile his insatiable existence. Where's my of aiming? There you are. Well, I don't know. They're like arthropods, right? So they're like insects. They have to talk like that. It just makes sense to me. What you got? Aether current. Fine. Though we not hear of our weapons of all such generous hunter, you somehow need know that we need help. Our weapon stocks are wanting. We need more. I can make a request of you. Bring us muskets to which to defend ourselves. You can take them from the Nath nearby. Okay. Which you can steal from your friends. Ezael seems troubled by the Nath's war of expansion. I call upon the power of a primal for the greater good, conscious all the while I do so at grave a cost to the land. I reason that is a necessary evil and willingly shoulder the burden of my sin. In suggesting such crimes can be justified, you may argue that I presume too much, but you surely see that I am aware of the magnitude of my transgressions. Not so the Nath. They summon their deity for no greater purpose than to expand their dominion. To a scion of the Seventh Dawn, one sworn to eliminate the primal threat, the distinction you draw seems questionable at best, but the fact remains that my own grandfather risked unleashing the power of the 12 in an attempt to prevent the calamity. Thus, while I may not condone your actions, I at least understand them. Does everyone know who Alphino is? Like, do these two know, like, Alphino's lineage? Like, do we just talk about this, like, behind the scenes? I mean, Iceheart didn't even know my name. That's kind of disrespectful given the fact that I killed her primal and, like, you know, we talked in that cellar once. Very disrespectful if you ask me. Not so the Nath, so you rightly put it, if they truly seek naught but territorial gain, I can only conclude that they are ignorant of the ruinous consequences of their god's insatiable appetite. The longer this primal is suffered to exist, the greater the suffering it will cause. It must be destroyed. They don't know anything about it. Okay. Well, I mean, he just kind of lore dumped. He's like, well, my grandpa, you know. I'm just saying. He just throws these out there, you know. It's like dad lore. How lightly you propose the destruction of this god, Master Alphino, a being of whom we know not. Has it occurred to you that you may be sending the warrior of light to her death? No. No, you have the right of it, Estinian. 'Twould seem it was I who am guilty of presuming too much. Pray forgive me, Murney. Just gonna stare at him back. Wait. We need not face this, Murney not face this alone. Like her, I am blessed with the Echo's protection and may do battle without fearing of primal influence. Let me bear this burden. Ha! Do you not truly imagine yourself a second warrior of light? Remind me how many primals you have faced, my lady. Not that it matters. We know not where this god resides or how to challenge it, unless you mean to pray until it appears. Justinian makes a valid point. Let us speak with the Vath and learn how to best secure an audience with their deity. In this, at least, I may be of assistance. Oh, he just booked it. The young lord certainly appears eager to prove his worth. Well, he has like a tactical nuke as an attack dog. I mean, I would feel pretty good about myself. What do you think about that one, Alfino? There must be some way of infiltrating the main colony. We are Earth. We are the non-mind. We do not fear the one-mind's thoughts. We cannot predict their will. Put this idea in mind, generous hunter. If you meet with our god, then he will have your souls. Surely you're not so generous as that. You wish to meet our god, offer yourself as sacrifice, and soon you will be brought before him. We would mourn the loss of such generous hunters, however. You are generous hunters, yes. Many gifts you have brought, but not enough for all Vathan to enjoy. Maybe you could bring us just one more. We are very fond of Nankin flesh. Yes, the meat of a young Ananka would make a fine repast. Well, off I go. Not that way. Bum 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 bum. Bam. Bam 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 bam. Bam 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 bam. Where's this other one? The stolen flints. Oh my gourd. Why is that so far away? Oh, just one? Okay. Back we go. I like how they moved after I picked up the thing. Good little cutscene transition. We Vath enjoy our non-kin flesh. Have you been out hunting yet? Another gift for the Vath, so unexpected. You will have more words. You will have more of the words you strange hunters hunger for. Listen now. The senses of the one-eyed are enmeshed by the overmind. What one sees, all see. What one feels, all feel. A later single gnat, and a whole hive is alerted. To reach our god undetected is all but impossible. The Vather want to allude to certain concepts without explanation, but I believe that I'm beginning to grasp a few of the fundamentals. From what I understand, the king-like Overmind sits at the center of the Gnat society, and its presence somehow allows the subjects to communicate without need of word or gesture. These Gnat, these ones who inhabit the larger hive, is known as the One Mind, and it was once by their combined will that the Primal was summoned. Those who reside in the smaller hive, however, are the Vath, or the Non-Mind, who have for reasons... Dang it. I right-clicked. And the very nature... Wait. Event. are known as the One Mind, is by their combined. Okay. Those who reside in the smaller hive here, however, the Vath, the non-mind, who for reasons that escape me yet have been excluded from this telepathic bond which connects their Nath counterpart. Thus, the Vath are ignorant of the One Mind, its thoughts and intentions, and the nature of their own god. In summary, we have wasted our time. Not so. Perilous though it may be, the Vath did furnish us with one certain method of approaching the primal, as sacrifices. Should we allow ourselves to be captured in the environs of the colony, the Nath will bring us before their deity to make an offering of souls. This could only go well. Yeah, I maybe I'm crazy, but like I prefer my warrior of light to be like, you know, not captured, you know, just I'd prefer hand on bow, you know, not like tied up. I think I have a much better chance that way. Forgive me, but let us be clear about what it is that you propose. You mean to say that we should deliberately provoke the Nath, surrender yourself to win what might be generously termed as their custody, and then wait until their god arrives to claim your soul? Aye, that very fairly well describes my plan. Will you join me in this endeavor, will you not, Murney? Again, with all due respect, I think I can fight my way into a hive. Judging by the great risks you took to prevent the summoning of Saint Shiva, you are not a woman to err on the side of caution. Thanks for the follow, Silver Frigid. Would that I could fight by your side, Warrior of Light, but the power of the dragon is no protection against the primal's influence. Forgive me, but I must remain here with Master Alfino. Then it is settled, Murney. You and I shall challenge the guards at the entrance to the colony. Once the hive is roused, we shall feign a brief show of resistance, and then allow them to take us prisoner. This is an awful plan. Aren't you like a tactician, Alfino? Aren't you like a seasoned warrior, Estinian? Maybe you could, like, talk some sense into the woman. Please. If I don't make it back, know that I was right about the plan. Oh, it's over there. Okay, cool. I'm gonna do a really pro gamer move, actually. This maneuver is gonna cost me like 20 extra seconds, but it's important. Wait. Actually, I can invite you. Come with me. We're going to Sanctuary. Excellent. I made this outfit for a reason, you know. I'm wearing it. Pick a different mount. What is this? The stone bears a striking resemblance to a chocobo. On closer inspection, the stone appears to be a large horn. Perhaps if we were blown into one of the holes, it would summon a chocobo. Though it may be prudent to leave a rental fee just in case. Ah, I see. That's cute. I like the way you think. Onward. Oh no, hold on. I have to get... Wait. You're going too far. I have to canonically get jumped first, I think. Nice. So I need to get jumped because this is important. Ah, intruders, your lives are forfeit. I need one more gun. You'll do just fine. Oh my goodness, wait, what are you guys doing here? You're not part of the story. The heck is this? Should I break my own immersion and do this random class quest really fast? Or job quest, sorry. Got my terminology mixed up. I mean... I might as well, right? Like, why not? 58. Alright, hold on. Leave party? May as well unlock an ability that I can't use in the MSQ for another, like, 20 hours, right? This man is Surveil's assistant. He managed to win free, but the Surveil is still being held within. Let us go and extricate him. Good Lion, I will draw them away. Please tend to Master Surveil. Can I go to General? There we go. Will do. You guys got it. You got him. You are... No time for chit-chat. Hurry on out of here. We'll keep the Nath occupied. These guys are... very tanky. I don't think I'm supposed to be fighting these guys, but I'm gonna help anyway. Defeat the Nath that bar your retreat. Just get out of here. Surveil the Observant. I really hope you can observe the orange holes in the ground. You gotta stay out of those, you know, to avoid damage. No, get out of there quickly. You're lucky I killed him. Defeat the Nath. See, I'm telling you, I don't think we have to do this whole capture plot. I mean, we're literally running through the camp with 3 people. I'm gonna talk to you and send you back home. Are you alright, Master Savale? Aye, a little shaken perhaps, but otherwise whole of body, a statement I am able to make thanks to your timely arrival. May I ask the names of my saviors? I am Samson of the Order of the Twin Adder, and my companions are the bards Murney and Guidelot. We three are on a journey to find a legendary song, the Ballad of Oblivion, 'tis called, and we are given to understand that you may have knowledge of it. But this is not an ideal place for conversation. Let us first return to Tailfeather. Alright, off you go. I got to get captured or something. I have a terrible plan I have to pull through with. The One Mind must now be aware of our intrusion. Let us press onto the hive and ensure that we have our host's undivided attention. Alright. Here we go. Oblivion, they're 2 expansions early for that song? Is the name of a raid song. Ah, is that what they're using for that one? Oh, never mind. It's Shiva's theme in a Realm Reborn. Ah, how quickly you forget. I'm just gonna walk into this anyway. The raid one is Return to Oblivion. Ah, reprising. They don't seem too bothered that we're here. I might have pulled 1 extra. No big deal. Good work. Been listening to the last one way too much. Oblivion fades away in my mind. Please don't hit me. I got places to be. Just gonna walk past your gate real quick. Look at that, splitting perfectly. The goofy run, okay. That should be efficient. If we did not have our host's full attention before, we must surely have it now. Audience with the Primal may be granted soon after our capture. Pray advise me once you have steeled your mind for the battle to come. Is this a, No, it's not a trial. It can't be a trial, right? Because it's just me and my homegirl, Isail. Wait, there's a current right there. What? You gonna leave? Please leave me alone. Just want to talk to my friend Isail. Nice work. Good alley-oop. Lord of the Hive. Isail waits for an opportunity to surrender to the Nath. You are prepared then. Hold there, Murney. When the next math come, we offer no resistance. That can't be suspicious at all, right? Surrender, intruders. There is no escape. Enough! We surrender. We throw ourselves upon the mercy of your god. They seem eager to proceed. Good. When they take us before their lord, pray leave matters to me. I know if what I know of summoning ritual holds true, I shall be well placed to act. Mark the sound of the river rushing through the ravine behind us. Passing loud, is it not? I imagine the noise would serve to mask our shape should we need to temporarily withdraw. But you are prepared, are you not? I do hope so. If I were to be dragged away for sacrifice while you were haggling over the price of your potion, I should not be amused. Sacrificial chamber exit. I kind of want to I just want to, I just want to leave. Just take a little dip in the river. All right, let's get in there. E-sail.
Now we have but to wait.
Let's hear its voices. Are they going to speak for once? I can actually hear what they actually look like? Or am I going to have to pretend to make bug voices for the rest of my life? Never knowing what...
Oh, Lord Ravana, master of the sacred blades.
It's not that bad.
Wrath of the colony, conqueror of the world, hear our prayer.
It's really not that bad. I think my guess was pretty good.
Pray grant unto your devoted children the gift of your divine presence.
He comes.
Do you think any of the primals are like, God, why did I get stuck with the stupid bug people? Why couldn't I be preyed upon by the what's it called, the cool cat people or something? Why did it have to be the bugs? Yeah, I hate bugs. At least it looks cool. The Birdman? Yeah, exactly, right? Like, imagine if you got preyed upon by the Birdman. He does look really cool, though. I can see why you'd pray to this guy.
All strength to the colony. Speak and I shall listen. Oh, glorious General, we have captured intruders and would make unto you an offering of their lives.
Okay, not to take away from the scene and Tia, but that's not true about all of them, though, right? Like, not all the primals are worshipped by their people. Surely some of them are like, why did it have to be them? Why did I have to be preyed upon by the, what are they called? The Amalja.
These feeble fleshlings dared to invade Natlands.
Hear me, Lord Ravana. My companion and I did not come to contest your children's territory. We wished only to learn the reason you wage war against the dragons.
Thou wouldst flirt with death merely to satisfy thy curiosity. Wherefore should the glorious conquests of the Nath concern thee so, Elezen? Ah, mayhap thine own kind struggle against the worms fareth poorly.
We crave no alliance, Lord Ravana. Only peace. We would bring an end to our war with the dragons. Yet so long as they remain embroiled in this conflict with your children, our goal shall remain out of reach.
I mean, again, to be honest here, maybe my understanding of the plan was bad when it hatched, but what's my job here? Like, surely they don't think that, canonically speaking, I didn't fight the primals on my own, right? Like, every time we fought a primal, they're like, "Oh, bring your best, strongest companions." Like, I don't even think I could take on a primal on my own. Like, surely, like, we thought this just a tiny bit through, right? You actually did fight them on your own canonically? What? But, like, half the time you fight them, like, the people are like, "Oh, go assemble your strongest soldiers." So we just didn't listen to that advice, canonically speaking. Our goal shall remain out of reach.
Never before have the Nath risen up in such numbers, and never yet with you at their head. Why do you lead them to war?
Thy question hath no meaning. To live is but to fight.
Yeah, you soloed Titan, Ifrit, and Garuda. So you're telling me that, like, the Warrior of Light, like, the White Mage Warrior of Light was throwing hands with Titan. Like, clearly not Murny. Murny's a bard. We shoot arrows around here. But in some alternate universe, there was a, like, malefic casting White Mage that took down all the primals. That's what you're telling me? Throwing a combust in there? I'm using what's it called terms because I don't actually know the White Mage terms, okay? Stone, my bad. Stone, that's the one. It's Warrior of Light, not White Mage of Light? Well, okay, so, but you're saying that canonically the Warrior of Light can kill these primals on their own. And some Warriors of Light don't throw hands. They're not all monks, right? What was your Warrior of Light, huh? Warrior can... That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, like... I don't know. I'm just saying I don't see the vision. I don't think a White Mage could beat Garuda by themselves. Just doesn't seem in their job description to me. Long have my children waited, gathering their strength in the shadows of this ceaseless conflict.
The Nath would see the Dravanians slain, and their territory secured. And by such fervent prayers am I now given form and purpose.
As I feared, your very existence is an obstacle to our goal. Since you are so fond of fighting, we challenge you, Lord of the Nath. And should we emerge the victors, I would have you swear to withdraw your soldiers from Dravanian soil.
Thou art bold indeed to risk thy fleshy hide so readily. Very well. I, Ravana, fourfold master of the blade, do accept thy challenge. But should I emerge the victor, I would have thee swear to serve in mine army till thy last breath is spent. Do you accept?
Canon Warrior of Light is a warrior during ARR. Is that John? Is that John Fantasy? The one in the cutscene for Heavensward? Excellent. I could see myself in the John Final Fantasy. Sorry, I messed up his surname. I could see myself fighting in the bug army for a while. I don't know. Can't hurt.
I do. And I believe the first bout is mine.
Uh-oh. She's channeling her inner powers to become. Ysael's gonna try to solo a primal the same way we did? Is that really fair when she's basically like primal level threat anyway? Like, surely that's kind of cheating. Like, I did it with a bow and arrow and my own 2 fists. So I'm just gonna watch their Megazord fight.
A god clad in flesh.
This is the inspiration behind 16. Problem is, once she's Shiva, she's a thaumaturge. See, so again, may I ask, what is my purpose here? If she was gonna do this the whole time, like, am I just gonna shoot arrows at the guy while this happens?
Is aught amiss, my lord? Thou wilt not break thy word, I trust.
To nod? Yeah, that's what I do. They look at me, they say, up to you, Murney, and then I do like this.
Goddess, thy ruse will but add to mine enjoyment.
Uh-oh, cutscene fight? Is this a strict cutscene fight? Do I just get to watch for once? I mean, to be fair, I don't know how strong this Ravana guy is, but I know how strong Iceheart is. Which could be a bad thing. Because I know I can defeat one of them, for sure. I hope Shiva finishes it with the signature move of Step on Me Shiva.
I thought myself stronger. Mayhap with more crystals?
Don't worry, I'll get right on that, Shiva. Let me just give me a little time and I'll get some more crystals for you.
Be thou god or maid, thou art nothing to me. And what of thee, mortal? Art thou warrior or craven?
Looks like I'm up. Crack knuckles.
A warrior, then? Good! Mayhap thou will provide more sport than thy feeble companion.
Ever heard of Imperial arrows? Exactly. Have you ever been hit by a Mage's Ballad empowered Imperial arrow? It's pretty tough. It's 1% damage bonus. Thok hard, now accessible. You good, Ysael? Ysael? Forgive me, I was overconfident. What do you guys think about that? The wrath of the colony is undefeated. Victory to the north. May as well investigate all we can. The wrath. Okay, same thing. Well, Remove, would you like to join us? Would you like to get in there? I'm sure Charlotte's ready. I'll just walk out of this one real quick. Where am I? Oh. Oh, you must abstain. I see. That's fine. Charlotte, are you down? Yes. All right, get over here. My dark knighted friend. I guess I could just invite you from miles away, right? Friend. If anyone else would like to join, speak now or forever hold your peace. You only get to join confront Ravana at Thok Ast Thok once in a lifetime. Think about that. You there, Charlotte? It's a fun fight, but I'm trying to figure out a new glam. That's fair. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. That's imperative. That's a big. That's a really big like thing to do. I think in this game. Just know that when the news reaches you that your friend Murney perished inside of a cave with a massive primal, just know that might hold in your heart for a little bit. But I'm sure walking around in your new glamour will help you forget it pretty quickly. So. Charlotte, you alive still? Cannot load a character with that name. What happened? Hold on, I decede. Okay, perfect. I will wait. As long as there's signs of life. Let me actually... Alright, Coach, you have one thing to tell me about this fight. What is it?
Alright, listen up.
Yes. Wait, hold on. My background music is getting too loud now. Alright, go.
Right. Seeing wing and seeing tail cause the boss to parry you. So, if it casts seeing wing, you will want to be on either its front or its back so that you don't get a knockback and reflected damage onto yourself. And if it casts Seeing Tail, you will want to be on its side.
On its... anywhere that besides the tail, I take it, right?
Yep. No, because it's front and back it reflects, which means the tank will also get hit back if they attack the boss. So you would want to be on the side.
So tail is sides. And then, what's the other one?
Wing.
Okay. And wing is front and back, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That's doable. All right. Thank you.
And it's basic AoEs you want to stay out of.
Yes. I don't need warnings about. If I get mixed up by an AoE, they deserve to hit me. Okay. If someone hits me with the most devious, like 3 straight lines into back break, like jump and then vertical jump, and then like hit the narrow skinny all within like 5 seconds, kind of deserve to get hit by that. Otherwise though, we're good. Let's get in there. Duty. I will remember those words. Look, mechanics, I don't even consider like AoE, like the standard puddles, I don't even consider those to be mechanics. Like, that's not a fight mechanic. That's like saying the fight mechanic is use your abilities. Like that just doesn't work. Doesn't stick for me. Let's do Thok Ast Thok hard. Join. Bum bum bum. Bum bum bum. Bum bum bum. Bum bum bum. Use eyes, the famous ultimate raider call out. Yeah. Callouts are for people that are trying to progress through impossible raids that I don't need to do. I'm here for the experience of fighting a boss for the first time and going, that was pretty cool, while I'm dead, you know? Like when my health hits 0 and I'm like, dang, he kinda got me there. I mean, after all, what's a blind playthrough if I know everything that's coming, right? Ooh. And we're in. Was it your intention always to do it blind? No, not really. It's just that I'd rather not, like, study up on fights, moreover. Like, you know, half the fun of doing a fight is just looking at the cool attacks. I don't want to see what those look like until it happens. Like, I want to know the stuff that's, like, really hard to tell. If it's, like, you know, the wing will one-shot you if you hit it, you know, that's, like, that's kind of, like, I think that's cheesy. And it's really meant to just punish people that don't know what they're doing. Which is lame-o in my opinion. Now, that's why I have no regard for puddles, because puddles is something you can figure out the second you see it.
To the song of ringing steel.
I have to watch what abilities he's casting. He hasn't done much yet. The seeing tail. Okay, that's over here. I don't know if this guy knows what's happening. I believe in him. He'll be okay. Everyone relax. Prelude to slaughter. Alright, we got this. That was the tank you got, Perry? That's what I'm saying. See, what I'm going to do, and this is how I've learned. You just stand by your teammates and you'll never lose, right? See? I didn't need to know what he did there, but... I didn't need to know what he did there because I just pay attention to what my teammates do.
Feel my blades.
Even if I was the last one there, it doesn't matter. I didn't get hit.
I am invincible. Bleed. Wilt thou yield?
We're alright.
Take wing, ye souls of war!
Seeing tail. Okay, let's go here. The tank just does not. I mean, it's a very funny visual when the tank gets hit by it because it doesn't seem as problematic for him. I don't have to worry about this parry. I'm not even hitting him. Music's kind of nice though. Very dancey. Hope I'm dragging my abilities. Why was I stuck on the ground for longer there, everybody? What was that about?
Unyielding of the earth.
Okay. Ooh, this music. Hope I'm dragging my ability still. When he, I'm just gonna stand right here.
For before me. Feel my blades.
Ooh, a lot of lag on that one. Why'd you lock your hotbar then unlock it? Well, I made a mistake. Like, see how I had 2 vulnerability ups? Same thing. Sometimes you just misclick. We did it. That was a cool fight. Nice to get my first Heavensward trial / dungeon / raid out of the way. Dang, 2 comms?
You do not disappoint, warrior of light. Would that I had your skill in battle. I do begin to see why so many place their faith in you.
Thanks for nothing, Isael? No. She like softened him up a little bit, you know? A few freezes, you know? We're the tag team partner, you know? Not a bad thing.
For all his savagery, I do not think Ravana one to break his word. Provided the dragons do not trespass upon Nath lands, they should have little to fear of the Primal's biting blades. We have done well, have we not? Come, let us return to Vidofnir and share these glad tidings.
See, the one thing here is like, you know, being the what's it called, right? What the heck do they call them in races when you're the last one, the last leg? Being the last leg runner, right? It's a compliment. You know, they know that I'm better than Isael, even in her god form. So, I think it's a good thing. And hey, I end up getting the credit anyway, so.
Once more you achieve the impossible, bringer of light. But with every mortal heart that succumbs to fear and fury, another voice is joined to the chorus, beseeching divine succor. At their bidding, warring gods will shake the firmament, and your world will be consumed in the swelling storm of chaos.
What you gotta say for yourself? Never since we first fought have I seen you draw upon the full extent of your power, and never afar till this day. You were a marvel to behold, Myrni. Well, this time we rejoined our companions. They'll be eager to hear of our tale and to continue our journey. Begin the walk back home. What's Lieutenant Din? You might not know this, but me and Lieutenant, we were part of the same Realm Reborn class. We graduated together. You know, happy to see them here. Immortal Flames, you know? Yeah, you probably weren't there. You might have missed it. It's so nice that you get to grow up together. I know, right? We're both in Heavensward now. We were up to a lot of mischief back in those days, you know. This is before. This is when I was a thaumaturge. Think about it, you know. I was still casting spells back then before they murdered the class identity of Black Mage. It's a shame it had to happen so quickly. God, you are so much faster than me. It's okay. With this Aether Current, I'll be able to catch up with you, I promise. It's a scenic route, okay? Hand over this Aether Current. We have the same blood of the Nath, but find it utterly risible. Myrni, Lady East Sail. Thank the 12. Lord Ravana, you say? How curious that the Vath never mentioned his name, and you are quite certain he will keep his word. There was honor beneath his savagery. That we survived the encounter at all was a miracle I must attribute to Myrni. Never did I doubt you, warrior of light, unlike some. You were gone so long that Master Alphino here nigh lost his wits with worry, fretting like a maid for her sweetheart he was. Astinian, was that truly necessary? Ah, not truly necessary, but certainly true. Anyway, what matters is that the Primal's banished, and our promise fulfilled. We should return to Vidnofnir without delay. Lest you forget, this was but a means to secure an audience with the worm Heavensward. Nidhogg's minions will not be halted by idle chatter. Come now, we must make every moment count. You are unkind, Astinian. For all his experience and intellect, Alphino is still but a boy. There's the nod, signature nod. Let's go. Alphino is keen to inform of no fear of Lord Ravana's defeat. Shall we be on our way to Anix Shrine then? I would not have the dragons think we have not forgotten our bargain. Bum, 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 bum. So that's there. You just teleport. Make it a little easier on myself. Don't worry, you're coming with me. Thou art returned, little one. Hast thou abandoned thine ill-conceived contest with the Nath? Nay, my friend, we return in triumph by Myrni's hand with the beastman's god, Lord Vanafeld. In his overconfidence, the Primal swore to withdraw his followers from your lands in the event of his defeat, a promise we believe he will keep. The Nath shall trouble you no longer. The deity is slain, then. How didst thou contend with his biting blades? But the particulars matter not. Thou hast fulfilled thy promise, and I shall fulfill mine. Attend me, mortals. Hie you unto the deepest reaches of morn, and there you shall find the halo, the altar from which you may begin your ascent to summit of Som Al. But be fairly warned, the minions of Nidhogg shall not lightly suffer your presence on that sacred mount. By your struggles within the cavern shall I judge your parties possessed of sufficient fortitude to proceed. I shall not disappoint you, Vidnofnir. If memory serves, the Cavern of Morn is entered from the second floor of the central tower. Let us begin the climb. Yo, I can just talk to dragons? Yo, check this guy out. Sen Ito. A child of man enters shrine. Interesting. Who are you? I am Shen Ito. My brothers and sisters are one under Heavensward. We purge this place of all who bear ill will. We seek calm and quiet. Those who deny us will be met with fangs and claw. Heed me, mortal. Should you disturb the peace of our home, we shall know. Nice people. Oh god, that is far. Remove. Is that dungeon up next? That dungeon up ahead? This one that I have to head to? Is this what we're doing next? if you happen to know off the top of your head. Da-na-na. Big mouse. You don't have a... Are you choosing to use like a bland staff instead of super powerful one like me? Yep. I see you're cosplaying. Fit the look better. That's fair. I mean, I probably should be using a more basic one too. I mean, the bow like obstructs like 50% of my viewing space, honestly. I don't know how I can see anything. If the first person mod ever existed, this thing would be a nightmare to use. Although this is kind of a shot, not gonna lie. We're doing cosplay. Ooh, fun. I would do cosplay too. In fact, I think if that dungeon's coming up, which I have to assume it is, we're literally walking up to that dungeon right now. Next stream maybe. Yeah, I was gonna say. I think what I'll do actually is I'm gonna go put on my new hairstyle that you gave me, and we'll probably call it after that. Let's see where my return is. Actually, no, I'm gonna do this in the Korthus thing. Ishgard. And then we'll call it for the day. Bum, 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 bum. So where's this? This would be here, right? Forgotten Night. Dun, dun. Come along, aesthetician. Aesthetician? Is that how you say that? My man. Now we have to find it. It's this one. It's still okay. It still clips it. It still clips a tiny bit, unfortunately. Thing is, I don't even know if it's possible for me to do that cosplay that I want. Aesthetics technician? Okay, that doesn't help me. How do I say the real one? Aesthetician? I think that's correct. Aesthetician. I think that's right. I can't read that. The way you wrote it, just illegible. That kind of works. The only hardest thing is I have to say goodbye to the normal look, because I've had the same hair since I walked in to Eorzea. Not that, you know, hair... It grows back, you know. Not too worried about that part of it. This is so close to a certain cosplay I want to try, but it's so difficult to get it perfect. Also, the weapon is going to be completely wrong, but what can you do? Wait, confirm, just this one. Pay 2,000 gil, yes. bum.
Uh-huh.
Excellent. Whoa! Look at you. I made some supper for tavern workers, and they liked it so much when they put on the menu. I suggested Dawn tea and Logaton stew. I forgot that's what her voice sounds like. Yeah, unfortunately, they make you choose a voice, and then they like never, ever use it again. I mean, sometimes you make grunts when you cast like, I think it's Bloodletter. Makes you go like, yeah. Also, when you get stomped, that's a good one. When you perish, you make a few noises. Otherwise, though, completely silent. You hear more grunts when you're a melee job. Ah. Yeah, I'd never want to be a melee job. But look at this fit. It's really growing on me, this outfit, though. It really is. I like my cat girl going whoa, but that's like that's a command you have to do. That's not a natural what they called. It's not a diegetic noise. I guess it still is a diegetic noise, but let's get out of the big words. I mean, I like my laugh too. My laugh is like very, very superiority signature, you know? In fights she does a lot of, whoa, okay. My bad. I have never played, what's it called? I've never played Mikote. I can't vouch for it. Either way. A lot of MSQ done. We're up to level 54, 53 in MSQ. It's funny because the way I judge my MSQ progress... Miko voice 5 enjoy it. The way I measure my progress in MSQ is by the level scaling. So since it's level synced to 53, we're making progress. Because once we get to 60, we're out of here and on to Shadowbringers. Endwalker? One of them. Yeah. I think that's about it for today. I don't really have much else to really say about it. As always, I don't know if we'll do another Wednesday this week, just because I have a little bit of catching up to do on some other stuff. I'll let you know probably by... what is this, by the way? This is cool. Oh, this is me. Huh. I can look forward to doing that later on. I just want the class with the most obnoxious... What is the class with the most obnoxious abilities? Like, screen filling, turn down your effects. That's what I'm looking for. Is it Astro? Because I think I chose right. Sage, Reaper, and Summoner. Isn't Summoner, like, really bad, though? Doesn't everyone hate that class? I don't know if it's bad because it's boring or bad because it's not balanced well. But I don't think people like that class, right? White Mage Holy is annoying. Use it. Ah, I can see why that's a problem. Even from here. Looks pretty bad. Summoner DPS is good and has a raise, but you could literally mash one button and do okay with it. Thank you. In response, I'll raise you one of these. Actually, there's no... This class doesn't have any... This job doesn't have a lot of abilities I can just use in the middle of nowhere. Although, when it comes to using abilities in the middle of nowhere, nothing can compare to this one. So, I mean, it's already the best, technically. But yeah, I think for that, I'll let you guys know if I'm going to stream on an off day, like a Wednesday or something. And when I do, we'll hopefully, that will, again, as usual, probably be more relaxed. Some front lines, some grinding, but because I want to save the MSQ for the single stream so I can keep the story together. But yeah. You guys all take care. Thank you for joining, Charlotte. As always, my faithful tank player, always there when certain tank players are not here because they live in EU and can't be bothered. And when my healer is busy making content and can't join me. But all is forgiven. All is forgiven. Take care.